Today we are going to be talking about how to choose the right neighborhood in spring. You know, when I turn on the camera, I always get nervous and I forget what I'm talking about. But yes, today we're talking about how to choose the right neighborhood, the best neighborhood for you in Spring, Texas. So Spring, Texas is super huge, and I am doing a new video talking about all the different areas of Spring here in a second. So look down below for that. All of these probably like the next 20 videos being uploaded are hopefully going to be really easy videos to digest. I am trying not to talk for 20 plus minutes on these videos. So Jordan Schlacey, Joe & Co Realty Group, #1 relocation realtor up here in the Houston suburbs. Let's get started. So number one, as salesy as it sounds, you really do need to narrow down budget. There is going to be the right neighborhood for the right budget for everyone. I know your goal is to get the best home in the best neighborhood for you. And so someone like me can definitely help you navigate that. But establishing your budget upfront is definitely key. Second thought would be, do you have to consider a commute? So if you're commuting into downtown Houston, you would want to stay on the south side or closer to a main road. So Grand Parkway 99, I-45, those are going to be your two main roads for getting in and out of Spring. So you do have a few different schooling options. So if you are considering schooling, and it depends your particulars and how not demanding you are, but just how just what are your priorities on schools? So we have a few different school districts. We have Spring ISD, Conroe ISD, and Klein ISD here in Spring. Conroe and Klein are going to be your two favorite school districts. The ratings in Spring ISD are not as good as the other two. So I actually haven't sold a house there in a really long time, but if you want to live there, I definitely will sell you a house there. But Conroe ISD is what you're going to see in the Woodlands and along Grand Parkway 99 to the east. Klein is what you're going to see right under the Woodlands, Auburn Lakes, Augusta Pines, and then the whole like Klein Spring area right underneath Grand Parkway 99. They are both really good schools. One way to compare them is Conroe ISD, like most of it's in the Woodlands and in really affluent areas. It is going to be very competitive. So when it comes to sports, if you're not like #1, you're going to struggle to get into those sports because of how competitive it is. And same with the classes. The classes are really competitive. To get into the top 10%, you definitely need to take all K and AP level classes and get A's. So that's something to keep in mind, is Conroe ISD is more competitive than Klein ISD. My #1 question when people are trying to figure out where to live is, what do they want their life to look like when they're not working? So what's your lifestyle, what's your hobbies is really going to dictate which neighborhood is the best neighborhood for you. If you spend 24/7 outside walking, you either want a house or a neighborhood with really good backyards, or you want to live in the Woodlands. If you want to be a little bit more away from the city, maybe you want to live in Wood Forest. So it's just, what do you want your life to look like when you're not working? That is the question. I think I dive into it a little bit more, but if you want to be near a concert pavilion or you want to be walking distance to your grocery store, that's going to really dictate your neighborhood. The Woodlands is the most popular area of Spring. And then I would say Klein is the second most popular area. And third, you're going to have that like New Spring area east of I-45 right there on the north and south side of Grand Parkway 99. The most popular, if you're looking for established areas, Imperial Oaks. There is a whole bunch of new construction around Imperial Oaks. So Falls at Imperial Oaks, Meadows at Imperial Oaks on the south side of that intersection of that area. You have Woodson's Reserve, Bender's Landing, and Harmony. There's a couple other little pocket neighborhoods around here, but those are the three most popular on the south side. I love Woodson's Reserve, tons of new construction still left in there, and they just bought a new section, or like a whole bunch of land that they can develop. Tons of great amenities. Harmony is the same. Bender's Landing is my favorite if you're looking for a large lot, and I think I go into that here in a second. So you either want a master plan community or not. I say you're either buying a house or a neighborhood. So those are the two different types of buyers there are. And which one are you? Do you want to buy a house or do you want to buy a neighborhood? Because if you want to buy a neighborhood, if location is most important to you, then we need to narrow down by location, and we can't look at homes until we do that. As in, you can't really attach yourself to a house until you know where it is. So if you fall in love with a couple different areas, you send them to me. If you're relocating and you're not able to visit in person, then I can film those 3 different areas for you and then send them to you. So it is possible to choose the right neighborhood if you cannot visit, but I do think it's really important to visit, to drive around the different areas, to see them. I tried to bring you that here on the channel if you're not able to do that, but anytime you need something specific, just let me know and I will definitely put it to film for you. So a whole bunch of the really popular master plan communities in Spring. I said a lot of them. In the client area, you have newer ones like Laurel Park and Laurel Glen. You have Glenlock Farms. That's probably the most popular master plan community where I'm at. And then you also have Memorial Northwest. It's not touted as a master plan community, but it has everything all the master plan communities do. So I think since it was developed in the 60s and 70s and 80s, the word master plan community didn't really exist, but it definitely has everything all the other neighborhoods have. If you're looking for walkability, you definitely want to end up in the Woodlands. There are cities really close to the Woodlands that are just as nice. You have Shenandoah, which is actually surrounded by the Woodlands, right there on I-45. I'm trying not to name neighborhoods outside of Spring, but there are lots of fantastic neighborhoods right outside of Spring that you will fall in love with as well. So just because you're looking at Spring doesn't mean you can't branch into Magnolia, Montgomery, Conroe. I think that's pretty much it. So Tomball is another great option right next to Spring. So it's really all about like asking yourself what's important to me and then talking with someone local to really niche down on the perfect neighborhood for you. So if you want 1 acre, have 750K plus, Bender's Landing is going to be my #1 recommendation for y'all. If you want like the best amenities, the word like BA is going in my head, but if you want the best communities ever, like the best amenities ever and walkability, definitely the Woodlands. If you want more for your money, so like a larger house, Memorial Northwest, Champion Forest area, that's really where you're going to find the perfect home for you. You can find homes 33,000, 3,500, all the way up to 6,000 square feet and higher. There are even some 10,000 square feet houses. So if that's what you're looking for and you really want to maximize and stretch your dollar, then the client area is probably the right area for you. You're going to be looking at homes in the 70s and 80s. So just prepare yourself for not a perfect inspection report, and these homes are not brand new. So, if you were looking for new construction, you have a whole nother set of options. I kind of went through those already. Falls at Imperial Oaks, I feel like it's almost done or is done. Meadows at Imperial Oaks, same story, but Woodson's Reserve would be my #1 pick if you're looking for new construction in Spring. There are a handful of options, and I try to link some of those down below, and you can check them out at the blog. So lot size is really important. So you need to decide how big of a lot you want, because that's really going to dictate what neighborhood you're in. So if you are looking for customized answers, I would love to do that for you. Again, my name is George Lacey. I specialize in helping families and individuals, can't just help families and individuals plant their roots in the right soil. So I hope to do that for you. And check out down below, I've really been working on blog posts this year and answering questions in that format. So hundreds of blog posts have been made this year, and we are trying to do at least 10 every single week so we can really provide you with everything you need. We really want to be your one-stop shop. So if you're looking to relocate to the Houston suburbs, I really hope you reach out to me, George Lacey, Joan-Co Realty Group. Check out all the links down below, and you can also schedule a call with me for that specialized answer of how to choose the right neighborhood for you. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, guys.